All right, YouTube. First of all, nice Super Mario shirt, huh? Anyway, last week I did really good in football picks. I only think I had 3 matchups that were wrong. That could have went either way. So I had one of the best weeks last week. So, hang on a second here. Because we all know what happens when I start making a video. I either get a text or a call or whatever. So, anyway, week 7, Bengals got a bye week this week. A lot of teams got a bye week this week. I don't know who all have a bye week. But, tomorrow's night's game. New Orleans at home giving 1 to Jacksonville. I don't agree with this line. I think the Saints are a decent team. I think Derek Carr is decent. But I think the Jaguars are better. So, the Jaguars on the road, they're 4-2. I like the Jaguars going to New Orleans and beat them, honestly. And like I said, it's not taking anything away from the Saints. It's just the fact that Jacksonville, I think, is the better team. Tampa Bay, 2.5-point favorite at home against the Falcons. Now, Tampa Bay lost last week to the Lions, played horrible. They're at home again. They're going to rebound. They're not going to do that twice in a row. So, I like the Buccaneers with the 2.5 points to beat the Falcons outright. Even though Ritter's not doing too bad, but I like Tampa Bay in this game to rebound. Las Vegas Raiders giving 3 to the Chicago Bears. I mean, give them 15. Chicago is easily one of the worst teams in the league this year. And honestly, Justin Fields, I think he might do okay somewhere else. But in Chicago, no. I think he's just not going to fit in there. And the Raiders, they're 3-3. Hey, they win this game, they're 4-3. So they're not actually doing too bad. They got off to a slow start, much like the Bengals did. But hey, they've won the last 2 games, and I think it's going to be 3 games. Give me the Raiders. Cleveland Browns giving 2 to the Colts. After last week, how can I go against the Browns? I can't. Give me the Browns with the points, and they'll beat the Colts outright. Like I said, the Colts are a decent team too, average, but the Browns right now ain't a joke. And their defense is really good. If they can shut down San Fran like that, they sure as hell can beat the Colts. Give me the Browns. Washington Commanders 2-point favorite against the Giants. Well, the Giants, by all intents and purposes, should have beat Buffalo last week. And again, Tyrod Taylor. How this guy is not a starter somewhere is beyond me. He's getting a raw deal. Because like I said, he's definitely capable of being a starter. I think if Tyrod Taylor starts this game, I think the Giants got a really good chance to win. But if Daniel Jones is starting, I don't see this being any better. I like the Commanders either way, though. With points outright. The Giants, I mean, they're done. Stick a fork in them. Baltimore Ravens at home, giving 3 to the Detroit Lions. This is a line I can't understand at all. Because the Lions right now are just the more superior team. I think they got a way better coach. John Harbaugh is good, but Dan Campbell's better. And the Baltimore Ravens, decent team, no doubt about it. But I like what the Lions are doing right now, and I'm not going against the Lions. Until they give me a reason not to go for them, I like the Lions on the road. Buffalo Bills, 8.5-point favorite at New England. Come on, man. New England's horrible. New England, you know what? I'm almost probably going to go as far as to say New England's probably worse than Chicago. Seriously. Mac Jones, it's done. Mac Jones is not the answer there. Not saying he couldn't thrive somewhere else, but he's not the answer in New England. And Bill Belichick, I feel bad for him, but that, what's his name? Tony, I can't remember his last name, but you guys know who I'm talking about, the Tony, legendary player for the Patriots. It might be time for you to retire. Belichick, and let somebody else take the rings. Buffalo Bills are going to slaughter this team. And like I said, Mac Jones and the Patriots, stick a fork in them. They're horrible. Seattle Seahawks, 8-point favorite at home against the Cardinals. Well, after Seattle lost last week, they're going to rebound. And what better team to take it out than the Cardinals? So, 41-17. They're going to destroy the Cardinals. Los Angeles Rams, 3-point favorite against the Steelers. Trap game. I'm taking the Steelers on the road. I don't believe in Matt Stafford and the Rams. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't know how they're favored in this game. Because I think the Steelers are a way better team than they are. Give me the Steelers with the points. Kansas City giving 5.5 to the Chargers. Chargers coming off that rough loss against the Cowboys. And that's another team, surprisingly, I can't believe how bad they're struggling. I thought the Chargers, honestly, were going to be right up there with the Chiefs, 5-1, 4-2. Not to say they can't turn their season around, because they can. And Kansas City had their hands full last week. And even though they're 5-1, it just don't feel like it. And I think the Chargers are going to give problems for Kansas City. Tell you the truth. I don't think they're going to win, but I think they're going to give Kansas City problems. I like them actually at that 5.5 points. They're going to win the game, Kansas City will, but I like the Chargers at that 5.5 points. I think it's going to be within a field goal apart, in my opinion. Green Bay giving 1 to Denver. Game who cares about? Give me Green Bay. Denver's horrible. And, yeah. It's just, yeah. The Russell Wilson experiment, I'm sorry, it's over. Russell Wilson is not the same quarterback he was in Seattle. You know, honestly, I always thought that Russell Wilson was kind of halfway overrated, because if you look at his stats when he was doing good with the Seahawks, and he is a good quarterback. I'm not, at the time, I think he was in his prime there, but that Seattle defense, I mean, you could have put Andy Dalton on that freaking offense, and they still would have won a Super Bowl, because that Seattle defense that year was unbelievable. So, yeah. Give me the Packers. I got lost there for a second, sorry. Give me the Packers. Sunday Night Football, here's my upset of the week. Philadelphia is getting 1.5 point favorite over the Dolphins. Could the Eagles drop 2 in a row? I think they will. I think they are going to lose to the Dolphins. I really do. Because I said it a week ago. I said, does it seem like Philadelphia is kind of not, they don't feel like they're undefeated. I mean, they just don't. I think they had a couple of games there where they were really lucky. I like the Miami Dolphins offense. And I think the Miami Dolphins are one of the best teams in the league right now. They're criminally underrated. So, my upset, yeah, I like the Dolphins going into the Eagles. People are probably saying I'm crazy, but hey, who would have thought the Browns would have beat the Niners last week? So, give me the Dolphins. And the Monday Nighter, San Francisco, 7-point favorite at Minnesota. Now, we all know 2-4 Minnesota, they're not as bad as their record. But unfortunately for Minnesota, the worst thing that could have happened to them is San Fran losing last week. Otherwise, I could have said, hey, there's a possibility this could have been San Fran's first loss. But the fact that San Fran lost last week, they're going to be pissed. And honestly, I think they're going to beat the Vikings pretty decisively. 34-14. I think San Fran's going to stop them. Honestly. So there you have it, people. Week 7 picks. I know the lighting. I just happen to notice the lighting in here ain't really good. But whatever. I'm going to get to I think I can give you the picks next week. That's my goal. Like I said, I'm going to Arizona in a week. And I'm going to try to get some photos and videos down there. Show you how cool it is. I have been to Arizona one time. And it was fun. At least it's going to give us a break from this Midwestern cold. But the problem is I don't know if I'm going to have internet service down there. So, like I said, if I don't get to the picks, I'm sorry. But that's hopefully I can, hopefully at least, by the time I get back, I can give you some videos of like footage down there or whatever. So you guys have a good week, and we'll see you guys soon.